That is the sound of flat earthers being proven wrong. And I taken them on. Let's do this. That is what today's show is about. Flat Earth theory and people believing it. And as you've noticed, everyone, I am outside for a change. Oh my God. The snow is almost gone. We're in March. And if you've made it this far, welcome to Jumanji Level 13. So, here I am outside talking about flat earth theory. You guys are driving me nuts on why you think the flat earth theory is right. I will tell you right now, you are wrong. Seriously wrong. You guys have really got to think about what you believe in. Pardon me. The earth is not flat. A boat does not, sail to the edge of the earth and then fall off. We are in the 21st century. We are not in the 17th century, the 18th century, or anything else where watching this would be considered witchcraft. So, with that said, how can we prove that the earth is in fact round for these chuckleheads? Well, one step would be to take a look at pictures that NASA has taken of the world from space. Yes, everybody, those are not faked. If we lived in a two-dimensional world where we only had width and length, we wouldn't be able to see one another. Okay? Like, seriously. And we would be falling through cracks. There'd be no cracks. You would be having fun with trying to move. You wouldn't be able to do anything because there's no height. So there's no way to push down on anything. There would be, I don't know, like next to nothing. Literally next to nothing that you would be able to do. So, here is a picture of the earth. It is spherical. It is a ball. It is not flat like a piece of paper. Why the heck do you guys think that the earth is flat? Since I ended up putting up that post about, taking on flat earth theory and that, let me see, I have had my inbox blow up like crazy. And the reason why is because people are telling me that if I do, then, I'm an idiot and all the rest of this stuff because the earth is flat. And they keep on trying to tell me how they think the world is flat, with all these different theories and ideas and all the rest of it. You're all just wrong. Completely wrong. You don't get it. The earth is not flat. For anything to move and for anything else that's going on, you guys are worried about if the world is flat, and meanwhile we have COVID, we have the coof, we have the kung flu, and you're screaming to the heavens that, well, the earth is flat. Why? Why do you think the earth is flat? It's been proven that the world itself turns. It spins on an axial orbit. Not only do we spin on the earth, but the earth itself spins. It goes in an orbit around the sun. It goes around the moon goes around us. We go around the moon, and all the planets end up going around. So why do you think the Earth is flat? I don't get it. I really don't. And I'm a stoner. I fully admit it. So you tell me, how do you feel the world is flat? Huh? There is no way that the Earth is flat. Now, if we end up looking at the world in a three-dimensional aspect, there is length, width, and height. And there's someone driving around on a motorcycle. Yay! But anyway, I don't get it. If the Earth was flat, we would be in a two-dimensional world where the laws of physics really wouldn't take into play. Unless it were in a computer game, and there's no way that we're in the Matrix by any means at all. What else is there to prove that the Earth is round and all the rest of that stuff? Oh, just look at trees. Again, the golden spiral, all the rest of that stuff. Some people may end up saying that this Fibonacci spiral is a mathematical joke, but at the same time, if you look at the Fibonacci sequence and the way how it ends up coming out, it actually helps prove everybody's point that the world is not flat. The world is spherical. Now, when it comes to something being in three dimensions, like I said, length, width, height. If you lose one of those dimensions, you're in, let's say, a two-dimensional world. With that being said, you would be able to do nothing. You wouldn't be able to get up and walk around. You wouldn't be able to breathe. You wouldn't be able to do anything. You would just be... Well, you might be able to breathe because you have length and width, so, constant expansion on a horizontal plane. There might be vertical, but there would be no other thing. There'd be vertical and length, or there'd be width and length. There'd be no vertical axes at all. So the world wouldn't spin fully, wouldn't spin properly. And everything would actually fall off if the world was flat. Or would it? You see, there's a thing called gravitational pull, and that actually keeps us on the ground. That's why, Newton ended up having an apple fall on his head and think, oh, hey, look, gravity. Like, come on. So that ends up keeping us on the world. We would not fall off if we ended up going to the other side. I mean, come on. If we ended up falling off the world, there'd be nothing to actually draw us down, because we would just keep going on a horizontal axis until we wouldn't be able to see one another, see anything, and then all of a sudden it would probably just flip over to the other side of the flat Earth and then continue on its jolly way. So there's that. If we were in a two-dimensional world, the Earth itself, yes, would be flat, but at the same time, we'd be flat too. We would be flying off. Think of a record player spinning around. There's no way you can't tell me that you haven't thought of that. Now, yes, when we end up orbiting the world, for some reason we end up spinning the opposite direction of, if I remember correctly, we end up spinning the opposite direction. Hey, April, how are you? Of the orbit around the sun, which actually ends up causing positive, gravity force going down into the world, which actually keeps us on the planet. So there's your width and length, granted, but we wouldn't be able to move. There'd be no way we could, struggle along or anything else. We wouldn't be amoeba even. So please tell me, how can people think the world is flat? I have no idea. It's kind of like seeing Sean Connery playing a Russian. Yes, Miss Moneypenny, I like my subs nuclear, not stove. Come on. Yes, comrade. Everything is number one, okay. Jeez. It's stupid. Funny, granted, because it ends up showing your level of education, especially if you're running around saying, hi, I believe the world is flat and this is how. And meanwhile, you'd end up having a 7-year-old looking at you telling you, I'm sorry, but this isn't true. Boo Boo Bear, what's up? So, come on. Seriously. This is just ridiculous. I mean, when I ended up, like I said, when I ended up going on to my inbox, I ended up having a barrage of messages telling me that I was a fool, that I was going to have a hard time proving that the world isn't round, that it's not a sphere or anything else. Okay, let's look at a ball. A ball itself is the same shape as the world. It's a sphere. It bounces. So would the world. So, how these people think that we actually live in a two-dimensional world, I have no idea. Let's see who's ended up proving that the world is actually round. Stephen Hawking's, Carl Sagan, and he was a science fiction writer, mind you. But then again, so was L. Ron Hubbard, and he ended up starting his own religion called Scientology. So I guess people will believe anything. Not that I'm hating on anybody, I'm just saying. Science has already proven that the world is round. Why you feel you have to go way, way back into history and put us back into the Stone Age? Who knows? And look what I do, and I know that the world is round. Come on. You really think that this is it? Wow. Snowflakes be all over, and as far as I'm concerned, if you think that I'm wrong, then continue on with your day. But how about this? For every like, you melt a snowflake, and you prove the world is not flat. Boo Boo Bear just ended up saying it's obvious that it's round. Okay. Not to some people, apparently, because I think they ended up failing, I think it was grade 4 science? Grade 3 science? Something like that, We're all using, smartphones, tablets, computers, we have nuclear energy. What else, we have wireless communication. We're we must be so far behind the curve on something that that these people know that we have to learn. Because Albert Einstein, one of my heroes, actually one of my idols, he ended up proving that the world was round. Elon Musk knows the world is round. He has his satellites flying around the world right now as it is in a low orbit. So, if the guy who started Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, was the richest man in the world for an afternoon, If these people knew that the world was round, and even, a 4-year-old knows that the world is round, what do you know that we don't? Share it, please. Prove them all wrong. Boo Boo Berry just ended up saying those people are a bit less, let's say, not too smart. Well, no, I get it. Yeah, everybody has to have their own beliefs. I mean, there's people that believe in God. And there's people that believe in the devil. And I'm not trying to get on a religious, aspect here. So just hear me out. If I ended up saying that Albert Einstein was one of my heroes, or is one of my heroes, then I'm pretty sure you know what my beliefs are. Then again, I also know some scientists that's, have a very deeply rooted and healthy belief in God themselves. So, it's that I find is a bit of an irony. You're a scientist, but you believe in God. I guess you're just trying to make sure that you have both bases covered, all bases covered there, like I said, I'm a stoner, and I know that the world is not flat. So, like I said, every like you put on here melts a snowflake and proves that the world is round. So what's everyone up to today anyway, besides hearing me taking on, flat earth theory? Oh, wait, I bet you these people also, drink out of, square mugs and everything else, right? Oh, hey, no, hold on. Those people can't hold on to a mug because that would require having a third axis in reality. You know what I mean? Like I said, with this one, every like it melts a snowflake, and every snowflake that melts brings spring and summer even faster. And it eggs them on too. I don't care. So, if you've been watching this, then you also know that I have a sponsor. Yes, I do. So, I just wanted to, do a shout out for Bandana Canada. Canadian Bandana. If you take a look at my feed, you'll end up seeing that I did a shout out for them yesterday. They're actually going to be sponsoring something for the show. So you'll end up seeing, their sponsorship and all the rest of that in the rest of, in some, if not most, of my coffee shows. And if you follow me on YouTube, you might find something out there too. Now, I'm also going to do this. I'm also going to end up having a seed giveaway to celebrate actually having a sponsor. And surprised me. Yeah, you ended up, you've been watching my Grow Going Along with Left Hand Seeds. They ended up donating some Cherry Queen crossed with Black Afghani. You see how that grows going along. I'm going to end up doing an update video on that grow very soon, guys, just to let you know. So there's that. And I thought that was exciting. That, hey, I have a sponsor. So do a shout out for them, Canadian Bandana. Hold on. If you take a look at my feed, I have their business card up on there, and you should really go and check them out. They have some good quality stuff. They can get anything printed on whatever fabric you're looking for. So yeah, just keep an eye out for those guys too. It's Bandana Canada. They're actually located out in Alberta, and so all their pricing's Canadian. Don't have to worry about import fees or anything else from China. And I have a wasp flying around me. No, Yeah, that's a bee. Ha! My goodness, spring is here. So anyway, yeah, why don't you go check out the guys at Bandana Canada, and also check out, how the grow's going for left-hand seeds as well. My goodness, I actually have to look down at something to, throw in sponsorship ads there. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, I've had a few questions about how that grow is going. They are actually growing quite vigorously, and I'll be brutally honest, that's what I've been puffing on. And you do get the cherry in there. It's actually pretty nice, and it's quite mellow. Gives you wicked cotton mouth, though, I will admit that one. So, Lefty, good on you, buddy. And I'll actually be able to show you a getaway from me. Sorry, seen a bee coming. So I'll actually be showing you guys in a update video on YouTube on how that grow's been going. Anyway, they've been growing quite vigorously. So I'm hoping that they're not males. But maybe I am hoping they're males. Maybe I'll keep one or two males around so that I'm not doing the puff pass boo bear. If I ended up sharing with you, I'd have to share with everybody, and there's only going to be 10 people that are going to be lucky enough to actually get a pack of polar bear for free. I am going to give away 10 packs of polar bear, but this is part of the rules. Tag at least 5 people on here, on this video, and then pop over to poppabeardoes.ca and let me know what the software post was about. The first 10 people that end up getting that right, I will direct message you, and we will work something out for shipping, because I will ship them to you if you are within Canada. Yes, you have to be within Canada. Sorry, guys. I don't want to risk anything going down through customs right now. So, you have to be a Canadian. You have to be over 18. Actually, over 19. And I will ship you your seeds. Just make sure when you pop on to poppabeardoes.ca and you find out what the software post was, the computer program stuff, make sure you leave a comment there so I can find the first 10 people. Those are the rules. And you have to be willing to verify that you're over 19 so that I'm not breaking any laws. So anyway, with that said, this is Poppa Bear saying take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.